Do you still get nervous when you're pitching an idea? And how do you find the confidence to back up what you're presenting?
We did sort of after, when we were doing comedy, which we did for like 8 years, we did the US sort of pilot system pitching stuff. So we went through the most horrific and un-English version, thing that you have to do, which is sit there and sell yourself like some door-to-door salesman and sell the story and the characters and oh my god, and be telling them how great you are, which is just does not come easily to any of us. But that sort of taught us well in terms of how to do a vaguely good version of that. And confidence comes from, it's always really horrible because you're putting yourself on the line and you're just worried you're going to get shot down, but the truth is that happens even now, and it always does. And also it's one of those things that you kind of have to keep doing in the edit and throughout the process. And so they're filming and they decide the scene doesn't work, you're going to have to pitch an idea or an alternate line or whatever. So the more you do it, and the less you feel silly, or then it's a really helpful thing because you're going to have to keep doing it. And the truth is, it doesn't matter if you get it wrong because people just go, nah, do something else. And also they'll say something even stupider inevitably. So,
Oh really?
yeah.
Okay.
I would say what you do, which is write a spec, I think is the best thing you can do. I think people who come in and go, but write a spec and be open to discussing it. Obviously, there are a bunch of producers who come in and go, and they'll say the wrong thing and they'll go, this won't work, and you mustn't listen to them equally, but then if everyone's saying it, then maybe listen to them.
Yeah.
But writing a spec means you have a thing, you have a product that is representative of your voice and your tone and the kind of stories you want to tell, and it's a thing you can sell and talk about, and a pitch doesn't tell you anything about. It's a load of promises that, if done really well, can get you overexcited when you overpromise, and you read it and you're like, sounded better. And if you underdeliver, they're like, I'm not really sure about this. I don't know. There's nothing in a pitch, I don't think, or a treatment for me. I think a spec, and keep writing them. Me and Jack don't go to commissions or develop. We just write. We go. We've got an idea we want to write. Let's write it. And if we believe in it, maybe someone else will. And sometimes still they don't make them. People will say, oh, they'll make anything you do now. And we've written several scripts on spec that people, no channels have gone for, but it's the nature of the thing. It was a show we wanted to write and felt we needed to at that point. So I don't regret it. And it gets it out of your system. I think as a writer, like, there are different ideas or kinds of shows that you're like, I really want to write that. And once you've done it, it's great, and you can try and sell it. And if no one does it, then yeah, that's fine. If you learn from it, and maybe you know why they haven't gone from it. Maybe the lead character wasn't sympathetic, or the genre thing wasn't quite, timely enough or whatever. But at least you've got that out of your system and you've learned from it. So I'd just write specs and keep writing them, because then one of them will eventually get made. There is something really wonderful about sets and just that whole thing. There's always an energy and electricity and a sort of a romance to it. You're not in a studio lot, which is probably even better, but there's something about everyone wandering around and there's hundreds of people there with clapper, loaders and actors in the big coats and makeup people. It's very exciting, and seeing a really good scene that you've spent if there's a scene that you're really proud of, it happens more often than not that the one you're really proud of comes on and it's dog poo, but but when it comes out and it's better than you'd written and they've added something, then you're like, fucking yes, this is fantastic. It's just wonderful, and you can revel in the fact that it exists and people can watch it, and that's a joy. It's really satisfying, isn't it? And if something does well, it's wonderful. It's great.
Yeah.
And you don't have to deal with people too much. You can sit on your own long periods of time.
Yeah.
I do. I watch it with my other half, and I watch it with Jack, and sometimes the director and the actors, and then occasionally you know, with my parents is, you know, other nights. But yeah,
Yeah.
you've got to. It's also because you've watched it so many times. It is the last time you will ever watch it.
Yes.
I will never watch any of those shows ever again because, yeah, too much.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank
That's
you.
been so informative and really lovely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Also, I got you a little something just to say
Oh,
thank you
okay.
very
You didn't
much.
need to do
No,
that.
no,
That's very
of course I did.
kind.
And also, because you've got kids, I bought you some wine
Oh,
gums as well,
very
so I
nice.
hope they like
Oh,
those.
they'll be very, very pleased with that. Oh,
Oh,
great.
good stuff.
Thank you very
No,
much.
thank you.